Okay, let's try and put this PTO back together. So we cleaned this little part here, as you recall, and we can start putting this thing back together. To do that, we'll start with this gear, which I've thoroughly cleaned it. And there are two washers that go on here. So you have a thicker one that goes on first, and you have a thin one, very thin, that goes on second. Start with the first washer and put it on. They kind of are crunchy and clicky, and that's it. Let's put the second washer on. This is a real thin one. And again, this is a Drake R4C PTO. So I've cleaned all the oil and crud off this thing that the previous owners had imbibed it with, and now this is on. We're ready to put on the cleaned PTO wheel, if I can find it. I have it here somewhere. There it is. So, this thing has had a bad life, I guess. It's all scratched and all that, but I cleaned it up best I could. And so, you want to make sure this thing's clean. It looks pretty good. I don't know if I wiped it out, but let's do that. I probably did, but do a little wipe there, make sure, yeah, it looks fine. And placed it onto here with the numbers reading correctly, like this. Okay, now you're ready for the next washer. So now there's a thick washer that rides on this lip. It's a very slight lip there. You want to get that washer and put it on. Here it is. And I see where it looked like it was rubbing there for a while. I'm going to put the side that it was rubbing with down, thinking it might work better that way, so that's it. Now you want to get the second wheel and put it on. So this is the wheel that moves faster. So these little pins wouldn't come out, and so I left them in, didn't want to lose them. There was also some crud in this wheel, some grease and crud. I couldn't get it all out, but I got most of it out. So you want to make sure that this washer is seated and put this wheel on. So that's hard to do. There, you can feel it kind of seat and just kind of hit down, so just don't bump it. It seems like it's there but not there. So I guess I'll just throw the thing on and see how it works. So you want to line up these little pins with the holes there and put it on. There it is. There it is. And you want to put the third pin in without losing it. You can see the rug I have is a shag rug. So I may go off cam to do this real quick. In fact, when I put that pin in, I used needle nose that I gotta find. I don't see them nearby. Here they are. So when I put that pin in, I use these very fine needle nose that I got a long time ago from Hewlett Packard lab stock when I worked at Hewlett Packard in 1994, 95 in Boise, Idaho. All right, so here's the little guy. I have it off camera. Gonna shove it in there. There it's in. And push it in carefully so it won't fly into the rug. It's not pushing in. Why not? I don't know. The risk now is like you don't want it flying anywhere, so you really want to make sure it doesn't fly out. You will never find that thing in a million years. Okay, it's in, 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 and in. All right, those are in. Now you can put the shaft on that we cleaned. So as recall, in the last video we used a Sonicare toothbrush and toothpaste. Sensodyne toothpaste to rub this thing clean and polish it so it's all polished. It's ready for this now, which has no lubrication on it. I don't think there's a little wheel that goes in there. I thought there was a little wheel that went in there, but I don't think there was anything installed in this one, so let's just put it in like that. And now you're ready to double check your tightness here. And actually, we should check the tightness on the other wheel too. Let's take it apart again. Let's take this out. No, I don't want to. I wanted to check the pins here. I never messed with those. All right, we'll say they're fine. How's that? Because that's what we're gonna do. You put now the washer on like this. Okay, like that. And now you can put the pin in. And those wheels are really close. Wow, they're close. All right, now we can put the circlip on, which is a pain in the, you know what, the pain in the keister. So the circlip, we use circlip pliers and we grab it and put it on without it flying across the room or flying into the rug. Good luck on that, right? So I'm grabbing the thing off camera here with one hand. Whoop. Sorry. This takes time. I'm not good at the circlip at all. I never was good at it. Never will be. But from what I saw is you want to put this thing on straight. It's hard for me to do, but okay, I got it. All right. It may fly across the room. It may drop. But let's try and get this thing on here. Okay, expand it. Okay, it's on. Is it on straight? No, not at all. Let's open it and push it down harder. Yeah, this thing was down there pretty good, so I'm just going to replicate the way I took it apart. Okay. Expand. Down. Won't go down. We won't go down, people, so why not? I don't know. Can I push it down with my fingers? Kind of. Nope, not really. Anyway, that's going to be flat, so that's going to be flat. You just want to grip it a little bit. Flatten it. This takes more dexterity than I have. More patience than I have. Okay. Okay, you don't want to grip it too much. You don't want those prods that go down and interfere with the emplacement, so let's try that. Down. It moved a bit. So my prods are down too far. Let's back the prods off. Let's go down. All right, well, I know if it's too tight, it screws things up. So how does it work in here? It's sliding nice. Is it loose? Doesn't seem loose at all. A little bit. But how does it look? It was down further. I can never replicate this to get it down where it should be. It looks even though somewhat. Let's see what's even here. Well, so it looks like the front end has to come down like 0.5 millimeter or so. And we'll be done. I'm going to hold the back end with it. I've never gotten these things together really the way I want it. So you can watch me fumble here. Come on. Down. Nope. Down. Go. All right, well, I'm not going to get any better than that. It looks like it's even Steven enough. It's awful. Oh, now the front's too far down. Can I shove this down a bit? That'll probably make it wobble. Nope, I can't move this thing at all. Okay, so put pressure on the back and hope for the best. I think this is pretty critical, making this thing run right, to tell you the truth. Getting a circle on correctly, which for me is a real challenge. Okay, open. Whoops, no. Open. Okay, the back went down, the front went down. I think we finally got it this time. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty true now. So you can tell by the ridge here. I think the ridge was a little more proud before, but oh well. Let's try it like this so it's all together. Does it turn? Yeah, it turns. Okay, so what does this mean? What this means is you can now put it under the PTO. This part we call the flying saucer. Isn't that exciting? All right. Somebody in my life special named it that. Let's find the PTO, wherever it went. Oh, where'd the PTO go? Yeah, these are what I use for the pliers to put these on. I got these at Home Depot for like 12 bucks. These are good. Did it wear goggles? No. They're called Husky. Alright, so with that drama done, let's find the PTO assembly. I can't see it. I don't know where it went. Here it is. Okay, so first you want to put on a little washer that I took off. Don't screw this washer up and break it. Just put it back on. Like that. Okay, so now you can grab a little gear that I don't see. Here's the gear. Okay, this little gear here. Hopefully nobody oiled it. And you want to just grab this thing, the flying saucer thing with the 2 discs, and hold it true. So here we go. I've done this many times now. It's like a walk in the park. You just hold this like that. I think that's right. Yeah, look at that. Poof. And you want to put it right on here. Like that. And like that. And so it all slips on like that. Wow. And now you hold these out until it clicks in and you're good to go. It's all clicked in. Hold it until it snaps. It's just plain old working. Seems kind of stiff. Well, let's go to real life here and see what it does. Real life is getting a little rubber part on there. Here it is. Real life is putting on the skirt. Where's the skirt? Real life is putting on the knob, which is a dirty knob, by the way, hasn't been cleaned yet. Give it a little push. Tighten the thing here. Not too tight because it puts ridges in the shaft, and I'll turn it. So it's not working for one, and number 2, it seems tight. Boy, it's really tight. It's just way too tight, so it's not going to go. I'd probably put that collar on too tight. So it's awful. It's really awful, people. So this radio did work when I took it apart. Yeah, that's way too tight. Whoa. So, for whatever reason, it's way too tight. And I'm going to guess it's the collar thing. It's a C-clip. I have it on way too tight. So let's make it looser. How's that? Yeah, whenever I make this tight, it never works. Let's make it looser. More loose. Loose as a goose. Why is a goose loose? I don't know. Loose as a goose. I guess when a goose gets loose, it's loose. Okay, so take it off a bit. Come on. Whoa, too far. Go back on there. Right about there. Poof. Whoops. Nope. It popped off. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, well, I don't want to jam that thing on it too tight. Just enough. And see how it goes. Just get it barely on there. So I'll take it off and I'll put it on the desk and go on that way, off camera. So, what if we don't put that on there for a moment? Would it dial well? Yes, wow. So that's a problem. It was way too tight because it really cruises. It's really nice. Okay, hold this back, pull off the collar. Let's put the clip on, but let's not put it on too hard. And that's the secret. This thing can't be on too tight. And it can't be on too loose because then the discs wobble. So there's a real art to this damn thing, unfortunately. Beyond my comprehension or ability. Alright, push that down, make sure it's all seated. Is there any lip there? There's a lip there. Okay, put it on. Hold down the back of it, open up. It's on. I didn't push hard. It just snapped in. It's barely on there, really. Let's get it on there a little better. And see how it goes. Okay, there it is. Let's push this back end down. Just a bit. The front end's too high. Back end is fine. Okay, let's get the front end down a bit. There are probably some people that can do this in their sleep. It's not me. All right. Now push down. Come on, people. Well, it's on cockeyed. Is it good enough? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. On. 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 Tighten this thing up and see what happens. See if it works good or not, or it wobbles or something weird. Okay, it's barely tight. Let's see what it does. Get the wires out of the way. Feels like the other PTOs that I've worked on. It's pretty good. It's wobbly. Sounds like it's scraping. Can't say I like it. Probably because I got it on cockeyed. Probably why it wobbles. But it works. But it's not good. And it makes a rubbing sound like my other ones do. Because I'm not good at this. I can make these things spin a bit easier. with lubrication, but I fail when it comes to assembling these things. WB4HFN, that guy would laugh at me. He would say, you're a plebe. Alright, so I think the trick is just to get it on there straight. And since I don't know how to do this too well, I'm going to try again by flattening it out. Alright, that's flatter. Let's see if it looks even Steven. No, it doesn't, but that side has to come down. Okay, let's take down the one side. If we can do that without screwing it up. Just give it a little tug and okay, down it goes. That's good. It doesn't really hit, it's not hitting the washer. The washer's still kind of loose, I think. Yep. So the trick would be getting down this thing a bit. Can I bash it with something? It's a terrible word, but that might work. What can I hit it with? It's heavy. Something heavy. This isn't very heavy, but will it work? Not even moving it. Nope, that doesn't work. Well, what would it do if I put it back together? How would it react like this? Would it wobble less or not? So yeah, you want to get this thing perfect before it goes in the radio, so you don't take it back out again. That would be terrible. Okay, there it is. How's it run now? That runs not, wow. It runs nice and smooth. No grinding at all. A little bit, but it's a lot better than it was. But if you can make it perfect, right? That's a lot better than it was, people. How are the gears aligned here in this thing? That looks true. The top one doesn't look too good with the outer gear here. But I guess it's good as it's going to be. That's almost pretty good. So you can see where it wobbles because I have the circlip on wrong. So circlip, getting it on straight is my only impediment now. And once it's on straight, this is really going to go nice. Alright, so that's about it. I'm not sure if I can get it on straight, but you can see where if it's on straight, the thing will really go fine. Okay, so that's my major Achilles heel, is how do we get it on straight? It really runs nice like this. And let's just get it straight. So yeah, this whoever working this thing had it on really straight. They just put in the wrong grease and they greased everything, but otherwise they were pretty good. So let's just open it and give it a light push and see what that does. Well, actually, I'm having trouble filming and making this thing go, so I'm going to let it go, the video quit now. But you can see that if this isn't straight, you're going to have trouble. So yeah, I got to get it up on the bench. What I use is a shoe, usually. I put this thing into a shoe, and I use a shoe for a lift. I'm going to do that. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped you, and yeah, this clip has to be level, or else you're in big trouble, like I am. So that's my PTO rebuild effort. I did solder on the recommended ground strap, and the spring's back on here. I think it's about ready to go back on the radio. Once I get that clip on, we'll put it back on the radio. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.